After the NDE, it seemed like what you said earlier, a portal opened, and the floodgates just started to, like, I was being inundated with things like presences and energies that turned out to be the deceased. Now, I didn't know what these things were, right? So I'm very young, and I'll tell you a quick story before we get to that. Is so I'm 20. I had the NDE at 20. I moved out of my house maybe like 21, 22, and I got my first apartment. I was like all psyched. This is my
Oh
bachelor pad.
yeah.
I'm gonna parties and girls, and this is gonna be great, and blah blah blah. And none of that ever happened because the second I moved into that place, I swear to you, it was haunted. I mean, there were just presences everywhere, lines moving across. The phones would cut out,
Wow.
the TVs would go off, the alarm system would go on and off. I would call the maintenance guy like 30 times and be like, this place is messed up. There's something wrong. And finally, maintenance guy was like, listen, you're crazy. Don't ever call me again. There's nothing wrong with your place. You need help. Right.
Right.
So I'm being told that I'm crazy all the time. I'm being told I'm crazy. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. So I just kind of shut this thing down. And I was like, okay, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe these things are, I don't know what's going on, but maybe it's me. So
Right.
I just tried to suppress it. Um, but the more I tried to suppress it, the more it came to me. And years goes by now, and I had two children, of course, with my first wife, and that marriage had fallen apart. And it was many many years until I started to really date again. I finally met somebody, and when I met her, this is the first time now that an energy being, for lack of a better word, comes to me in the form of a person. That had never happened before. It might have been like squiggly lines or, moving lines across the room with things out of the corner of my eye, a presence that I could feel, possibly even feel like I'm interacting with. But I never saw like an actual head and a body or anything like that until that time. And the way it works is, the first thing I get are these like tingly feelings and this vibration that just fills my entire body.
Wow.
And I start to know that there's something or someone with me in the room, right? And what I call it, I'm not using my eyes, not using my ears. That's important to remember that, because I can close my eyes, and what opens up is like a movie screen, and it's a black movie screen. And when the movie starts to play, it's a man, and the man is talking to me. That's the best way I can describe it. And this is the first time I've ever seen this. I don't know who this guy is at this moment in time. And he says, I effed up. I made a mistake. You can help her. I cannot. That's all he says. He's a big, husky guy. He's got thick black hair, beard, mustache. And I've never seen him before in my life. And I don't know what the heck he's talking about. And I remember I was at work, and this started on a Friday, and it's just, he came back like every so often and would say the exact same thing. So it was like I had to watch this repeated 8-second movie in my mind over and over and over again. He was super persistent. He was not leaving. So I went home, and I just said, I had a headache, and I went home. And on Saturday, it was even more persistent. It was like every hour on the hour he would pop up. And by
He was trying to
Sunday, it
get
was like every
through.
5 minutes. Yeah, he's not playing around. And when I tell you a little bit about him, you'll understand why. So, so now I really start to think I'm crazy. I mean, this is my thought process, okay? Not that this could be real. I don't believe in any of this stuff, not at this point in time. I'm just thinking that I'm nuts. I've got to, get my house in order, make sure I have a will, make sure my kids are gonna, be taken care of, because this is my demise, and this is it for me. And and now I got to tell this woman who I fell in love with that I'm crazy and she should move on and find somebody who's not crazy and have a real life. And if all this isn't crazy enough, she is by trade a doctor of psychology and
Mm,
neuropsychology. So I'm going to
mm,
tell a doctor of psychology that I see dead people. Yeah, this is going to go
right.
over really well. So I'm thinking that I'm going to have this conversation with her, and she's just going to like give me somebody's name, another doctor, call this guy. and never call me again. That's
Yeah.
what I'm expecting. Right? So I finally get my courage to tell her this story. And I explained to her a movie screen and guy, husky, dark hair, blah, 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 says I effed up, made a mistake, blah, 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 blah. And I don't get the reaction I think I'm going to get at all. In fact, she leans in with a smile and says, "That sounds like my dad."
Wow.
And I'm like, "Babe, you told me your dad is dead and died a long time ago. So you're telling me you think I see dead people?" And now I'm thinking she's nuts and I got to get the heck out of here. Right. Because
Right.
I don't think this is I don't know. I think I'm crazy at this moment in time. I do not
Yeah.
believe in this stuff. So she says, "No, no, 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 relax. You're probably a medium and you don't know it." I said, "What is a medium? I don't know what this is." And she's like, "I've been to plenty mediums and this is what they all tell me my father's very, very powerful and he comes through. He was powerhouse in life and he's a powerhouse in death and he always comes through and he's made a lot of mediums cry." And I was like, "Well, he definitely made me cry."